Okay, guys, here we are at the number 13 bearing block. All right, pretty simple. Rectangle, let's find our footprint. We've got 100 by 30. We'll put that in, 100, 30. Now, I think this one might be getting us to do a bit of maths to figure out how high it is because it doesn't give us the overall height. That's okay. We can see these little chamfers on the side here are 12 millimeters. So when you go 12 plus 38. If I add that up, that comes to 50, doesn't it? So 50, enter. Perfect. Let's, for starters, maybe we will just remove, I guess, another L shape over here, or like just a block out of the corner on each side, and then we can do the chamfer. So let's get the measurements of that. We need to come 12 millimeters up from the bottom. And then from there, we go 12 millimeters in. That's the top of the chamfer. If we'd like, we could even put the chamfer line in now. And then from there, that flat spot is 18 millimeters wide. So grab the tape measure from there, 18, enter. Perfect. Now we can just finish this off with the pencil tool if we like, from here, and then straight up to the top, push this whole thing out of the way. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now I'll show you a little trick that might save you a lot of marking out in the future. You will use this later on, but I'll show you it now. If we click on this line here, and we hold down Shift, and we click on that next line there, those are the lines that we want basically identically on the other side. So if we grab the Move tool, and if we hold down Control, so if I hold down Control, you'll see a little plus come up under the Move icon. So see if I press Control or press it off, see a little plus that's coming up? If I have the plus on there, and I click on that, what's selected, it's going to make a whole nother set of lines for me that I can copy. So we've got them there. The only problem is they're facing the wrong way. We need it flipped the other way. So what we can do is we can right click on that set of lines, and we've got a tool over here that says flip along. Now, I always get this one wrong. I never know which way to go, so I always just test them all. Let's see, red direction. First time it worked. Perfect. Sometimes you got to go red. If that didn't work, undo it by pressing Control Z, try the green, try the blue, until it flips it the way you want it. But got it perfect first time. So I can now click on that bottom corner, drag it over to that bottom corner, and now I've got a line exactly the same as what I drew before, and I can push that away. Okay? Could have measured and marked it out again, but that's just another new trick we've learned. Okay. We'll put the holes in maybe at the end. For now, let's get this sort of half circle shape in there. So first thing we need to do is we need to find the center of this top edge. So we'll measure it. We can see we've got 40 millimeters, so half of that would be 20. That gives us the center. Now, what information does it give us about these two arcs? One of them just tells us, the diameter from edge to edge is 40. So we can put in an arc from here, edge to edge. That's our big one in. Then we need a smaller one, and the information about that is radius 10. So we're going to go here. It's not showing us, it's showing on the blue face, so I'll hit the arrow key left. That gives me the green axis. Perfect. We'll go across 10 millimeters, enter, and then put that in. All right. All we have to do now is push that one through and push this one out by how far? It says that whole thing there is 45 millimeters, but we're at 30 millimeters thick at the moment. So 30, the difference between 30 and 45 is 15. So I'll go here and just type in 1, 5, enter. Okay, now that bit's coming out the front, which is exactly like it is in the drawing. That's perfect. Now, a bit of circle geometry, or just like the dimensions are look a bit complicated to place those circles, but it's a little bit easier than it looks. We can see it says 2 holes at diameter of 10. So that lets us assume that the position of this circle here is the exact same for the position of that circle here. I couldn't put dimensions on that drawing as you wouldn't be able to see it with this bit covering it. So let's help ourselves out a bit. We'll go into the PDF and we'll hold down Control and zoom in a little bit so we can see the dimensions a bit closer. Now, we'll grab the tape measure and let's start measuring things out. So here we can see we need to come 9 millimeters away from that edge. So we'll measure 9 millimeters. And then from that point, we need to go 15 millimeters in. 1, 5, enter. While we're here, we'll do it on the other side as well. 9 millimeters and then 15 millimeters in, enter. Perfect. Now, we will go grab the circle tool, or you can grab it over there if you like. And the diameter of it is 10. If you type in 10, what should happen? Way too big, right? Because remember, whenever we're using the circle tool or the arc tool, it's asking us for, you can see down here, the radius. So if the diameter is 10, the radius is half of that. So what are we typing in? 5. Perfect. Put over here as well. It's 5. Great. Now, I'm going to push that all the way through to the bottom. On edge red there. Perfect. Double click the next one. And we've got 2 holes right through the bottom. Perfect. Now, the next one, almost the same thing. We can see that it's 15 millimeters away from that edge. So we'll measure in 15, enter, and then it's 10 millimeters up from that point. So 10, enter. Again, the diameter is 10, so the radius will be 5. Perfect. And we're going to push that all the way through to the other side. Now remember, we can't see, so we need to hover over that edge, orbit around so we can check. Yep, perfect. So if we look at that, they look pretty well exactly the same. Perfect. So edit, delete guides, we have file, save it as number 13 bearing, B-A-R-I-N-G, bearing block. Great. Okay, good work, guys. We'll go file, new, and our next drawing is a guide stop. Okay, so this one looks like we're going to be using the follow me tool quite a bit. So yeah, I'll see you over there.